Well, I'm going to talk a little bit about this helmet. All right, I've had this new Touratech helmet for basically a year now, since they came out with the new carbon one here. And this is, I guess, a long-term review, my personal thoughts on this whole helmet. And what I would say about this helmet is that it's good. It's not great. It is, one, it's lightweight, so that's a good thing. Two, it's got pretty decent airflow compared to like my Arai XD4, not a 5. I've never tried the 5 yet. Not as good as my Climb Krios Pro. But I will say that lightweight, good airflow, and also good padding and comfortable on the head. What do I think of the cons are on this thing? So, a couple things. One, I think that the ear sockets, okay, so if you guys ride with communications, Cardo, Seno, whatever you have in there, I think that the earpieces where they go into, now, I don't put them on top of the earpieces, I put them below because there's holes that are poking in, but you can barely hear through there. I've had to take a knife and kind of open up the area to be able to get sound in. Now, is that because I'm getting old and deaf? Probably. But at the same time, if you got ear protection on and you got a cover, anyways, at the end of the day, what ends up happening is you can't hear the music, or you can't hear what's going on it's muffled. So you got to open that stuff up. So that's a downer for me as well. And again, those are some cosmetic, those are some things that you can straighten out. I think, the bigger thing is well, and then let's get into, so if you're a vlogger, and you're doing anything like this, let me turn this around. If you see that right here, that is the only thing to lift up this. Now, if you've got a camera here on the front like I do, it is extremely hard to get your finger, glove, and everything else. I can't even, it's hard to do it just right here. And so, other helmets, have them on the sides, and I guess you could flip them up here, use this here, right here. There's just a tad a little bit, but this is the main one, and it's a pain in the derriere if you're a vlogger. So, so that's another thing that I think is, not great about this helmet. And then final verdict, and the reason why it's not a great helmet, it's a good helmet, is you do get a lot of wind up here, buffeting on here. And I feel it quite a bit when I ride. So it has enough airflow that if you want to maybe ride this thing off-road, it's fine. But long highway use on this helmet has not been great, in my opinion. Again, and I ride obviously a lot. I know a lot of people do out there too. Might have different opinions on this, but I just feel like whatever the beak design, whatever it is, and you don't really have an option to really slide this and put it back in place. There's just a little bit of movement here. So again, I would just tell you that, this is a good helmet, not a great helmet. Don't know if it's worth the, I don't know, what is it, $750, $800 for the helmet. There could be better options out there. I've got the new Climb Alpha helmet that I'll be talking about once I get the chance to wear it and put it through its practical uses. But this is a long-term review on the Touratech helmet. Again, it's a good helmet as far as comfort, airflow, and you even have this little lip here that's nice. You get a little bit more airflow if you need it. And it's lightweight. I give credit for all that. Again, the bad stuff that I say is you've got where it pulls up. If you're a vlogger, it's hard to get to that when you're doing that. The buffeting is probably the biggest downfall of this helmet. I don't know what's going on here, but I just feel like that's probably the biggest thing. And then you got the earpieces where you have to augment them to really get sound and be able to hear through there. And again, if that's because I'm just getting old and can't hear, or is it just because there's too much padding there and you can't get it's muffled? And so that's a little bit of a drawback. And again, that can be fixed. It's the position of the flip thing, of the flip guard for the helmet here, for the windshield, and then also the buffeting. So I don't know, folks. I try to do these. I'm not the greatest reviewer here. I just tell you from my experiences. And again, if you're going to shell out $700-800 for a helmet, there might be some better options for you. Now, if you don't vlog and you don't do any of this stuff that we're doing, then, and taking video and all that stuff, then it probably doesn't matter to you, because you don't have to worry about it, because you don't have a camera here all set up in there. So the only thing then would be the buffeting, and that could be just the way I ride my bikes, because I have smaller windscreens on my bikes, like my GS here. You guys can see that. Let me turn that around. But I have the smaller windscreen, as you guys can see here. So that might be a reason for it. I get more wind. But beautiful looking helmet. Can't complain about the looks, any of that stuff. Like I said, lightweight. But at the end of the day, when I go to pick a helmet, it's usually not my first choice, is picking this helmet. And to me, that's important. When you're buying gear and you're spending that kind of money, you want to use the stuff that you feel comfortable in and is functional for you. So again, not my first choice when I go riding. I do, wear it occasionally. So that gives you an idea right there. So, all right, gang, we'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.